Hey y'all, welcome back to toya.dtv. We are back, y'all. Real Housewives of Potomac. Season 5, episode 1, Old Testaments, New Revelations. Alright, y'all, so the scene started off with you hear glass breaking and it says it's at Karen's house, and we see that an incident has gone down at Karen's house. We don't know what it is. We just know that it involves Monique. All right, so the scene starts with broken glass being shown, and it looks like something has gone down in Karen's house. And it's whatever this something is, it involves Monique. Am I the only one that feels like there's two fights or an incident and a fight? Like it's two separate things going on. At one point they're outside and another point they're in Karen's house. I don't fully understand what's happening because it's a flash forward. So I'm pretty sure it'll unfold during the season. But Karen says, "We never thought as black women we would be here, but we are." Then Giselle says, "We have been able to hold ourselves above stereotype. And in 5 minutes, she took it all away." Then it flashes and says to the fight outside, and we hear, Monique, stop, Monique. We hear all of that commotion, and then the scene changes over, and it says 7 weeks earlier. Am I the only one who feels like this is not the first time a stereotype has come up? I hate to quote a stereotype of the angry black woman or whatever, but what was Candace with that butter knife? Like, was that not a stereotype? Because she would have killed Ashley if she could have. Like, I don't understand their relationship. Ashley and Candace, they go back and forth. It seems like to me Candace is jealous of Ashley. I don't know fully why. They've done a lot of the same things and all of that, so I don't fully understand it, but it seems like to me that's what's going on, but it is what it is. All right, so we get into the real scenes for the show. Starts off at Monique's home. Monique went and got her an African gray parrot. T'Challa is her parrot's name, and it's so funny because she's actually potty training her parrot T'Challa. And I'm like, potty training a bird? Never heard of it. But this girl is actually potty training a bird, and I love it. She says that, he's a stress reliever and he does something for her. So sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's really like that. So then they showed her 9-month-old baby Chase. He is so cute and chunky, y'all. I had never seen him before that. Before they showed him on the show, I had never seen him. So he is like really cute and chunky. She puts on the bird harness to go out so that he doesn't fly away, and she heads to Karen's house. She gets there, and let's mention Monique is talking to this bird and interacting with this bird like this bird is one of her children. I love it. I talk to my dog like he's my child. But it's just so funny to see it with a bird. Most people don't think about that, but I love it. Bird in the front seat, honey. Front seat. So she gets to Karen's house and she rings the doorbell. Karen opens the door and she's scared and slams the door in Monique's face, and then she just started laughing like, "What are you doing?" And it's kind of funny because they laughed a little bit, and she's like, "Can I bring him in?" And she's like, "Go get the cage." How you gonna bring a bird and not the baby? That is true. People want to see the baby. I guess she said, "This is my time away from the kids. Let me bring my other baby instead." So that was a cute moment because Karen was not having it. Karen's eyes got big like, "You bringing an animal in my house? Not in the Grande Dame house." So then they start showing tours of her home. They are back in Potomac. Her and Ray have decided to move back to the Potomac area, because that's where Ray is most happy. So they started doing the tour, and once they were done with the tour, they went and sat down outside. So one of the producers asked Monique, "What do you think of Karen's house?" I thought it was cute. I liked it. It's nice for her and Ray. And just bust out laughing. She was like, "No, seriously, no shade." Now, Monique, I like you, but that was shade, honey. That was shade. Okay. At this time, they sit outside, and Karen starts opening up to Monique about her marriage. What? I know they have a good relationship, which I love their relationship. But for Karen to talk about her marriage, like, and she know the cameras are rolling and it's there, you know, that's a step. That's a step for Karen. So I like it. Let us in, Karen. She expressed that Ray is more comfortable in the Potomac area, so they moved there. And she said that now that they're back in the Potomac area, their marriage is not as good because the age range is proposing sort of like a distance between them now, because Ray is retiring. Karen has started La Dame, so she's always on business, out doing stuff. She's never really at the house. So she's saying that she's just kind of opening up to Monique about that, and then she's saying that she's actually scared for her marriage because what's happening is Ray feels like he wants and needs attention from Karen, but he's not being direct and he's not demanding it. So Karen is kind of like, "Hey, if I'm doing too much, snatch me up. Snatch me up. I'm your woman. Snatch me up and be like, hey, no, this is our day. This is our time. This is what's going to happen." So she wants him to take that authority, but he's not doing so. So it's making Karen feel really bad about that. Karen said she is going to fight for her marriage no matter what. Next scene, we move on to Giselle and her new home. The scene starts off with, her and the girls being in the new house and in the living room, and they're trying to unbox some bar stools. Giselle said she want her interior to just be blingy. I'm like, blingy? Okay, what's blingy? My idea of blingy is like everything is like shiny, everything, and I didn't see that, so I was a little confused. I thought she was gonna have like mirrors everywhere and diamonds everywhere and chandeliers everywhere. She did have chandeliers, but I thought it was gonna be a lot of like glass and all of that, but that's not what we saw. Giselle asked the girls how was their first day of school, and they were about to tell her, and she was like, "Wait, let me get your dad on the phone. He probably wants to know too." So she calls him up and she asked them the same question, and they was like, "It was good." And they handed her back the phone. And then they kind of, hey, gave her back the phone. "Do you want to talk to your dad?" I already said, hey. And he wasn't saying anything to them either. So it was extremely awkward. Like it was kind of weird. So then I guess Giselle was like, "Okay, let me just hang up and see what's going on." So she was like, "Why is it that y'all don't want to talk to your dad?" The girls are feeling like they are the third and fourth and fifth wheels to their relationship now. And that it's weird seeing them together. Also, the girls also feel like his interest is not genuinely in them. He does what he have to do for them in order to get back to Giselle. That was kind of heartbreaking to hear. I even heard one of them say, "It's so fake." That's heartbreaking to hear a daughter say that about their dad. What their dad is doing is not genuine to them, but is genuine towards their mom. They made it clear that they were aware of what happened in their prior marriage. I think it was the oldest. I'm not sure of her name, but she said that She's aware of what he has done to her, and she just want to make sure that she's good, like Giselle is good. That kind of bothered me a little bit, because there's so many times that things go on in relationships and marriages and everything else, and the kids feel like they had something to do with it. It's kind of sad, because normally it has nothing to do with the kids at all, but for some reason kids always feel like they have something to do with it, and it's just heartbreaking. In the confessionals, the producer asked Giselle what makes this time different. Giselle said, "I don't know what a man is going to do, but I have faith enough to go down this road whether y'all like it or not." Let me say something. That woman, now Giselle is messy. Don't get me wrong. Giselle is the tip top messiness of mess. But that statement was powerful. She said, "I have faith enough to go down this road whether y'all like it or not." And she also elaborated. She's saying that they divorced over 15 years ago. He's probably grown up some. She feels like, hey, at this point, we're still friends. We're co-parenting. He's been trying to get back with me this whole time, and I can't see myself with nobody else. So I'm going to go for it again. I'm not mad at her for that. I'm not mad at her for that. If that's what she feels like is best for her, then go on. Do your thing, Giselle. Next, the scene switch over to Candace and Chris. They are meeting with the event planner, Cindy, to plan out their 1-year anniversary party. They're talking to the planner, and the planner's kind of showing them around and making sure that they're aware of what they'll be getting, what the budget is, and all of that. So they start off. Candace said, "I want to be around the 5-ish area. Our food and beverage menu on a Friday starts at $22,000. What now? Candace was like, "I ain't got mama's coins no more. So, what can we do?" So she talks to her, and she said, "Well, there's always other ways that you can help alleviate some of the costs, which is some of the ways are to have an open, instead of an open bar, have a paid bar where you cash bar, you pay cash as you get your drinks." Chris made the comment, "Well, we're not paying $22,000. Candace tripped me out in her confessional. She said, "The moment that I take another coin from Dorothy is the day I go down into the bowels of hell." That was so funny to me. That was so funny to me. For some reason, that was super hilarious to hear her say that. Talked it out with Chris. They worked it out. And at the end of the day, what happened was Candace made a promise. Candace made a promise not to go over budget. And I like that. I like that. It's a little weird, because I see a little bit of Candace growing up. Maybe it's just her accepting like real life responsibilities, but I see her growing up, so it's a good look. To Ashley, she's at home, she's pumping and got the little bra thingy on to pump the milk, and Ashley is tired of people saying that Dean looks like Michael because she carried him for 9 months. I gotta point out something. Ashley got a blowout in her confessionals, and it looks really good on her. Like, I was like, oh, Thank you. Because that wig from last year, we ain't forgot it yet, sis. Sorry. We ain't forgot that wig yet. Set it ablaze. Whatever you got to do. Just don't put it back on your head. Ashley and Michael, she says they're happier than they've ever been. Last year was a rough year for them. All the crap about something happened, Michael took advantage of somebody or sexually harassed somebody and had to go to court and all of that stuff, and they were just like, it's done, it's over with, and we are happier than we ever could have been because now our baby is here. Since Ashley has had the baby, she is like super paranoid. She was walking, she's cool at home. When she leaves out of her home, she thinks everything's gonna happen to the baby. Every little thing is gonna happen to the baby. She thought a squirrel was gonna jump on them. She thought a spider was gonna crawl in his ear. But I guess she's also in protective mode. I don't know if that happens to everybody or what. I don't know. But she was just like spewing out stuff. She was saying stuff. She said she was just saying a bunch of stuff and saying it back to back, different stuff. Man eating snakes, food shortages, spiders the size of her hand, baby nappers, air pollution. She wants to put a helmet and knee pads on the baby. Is the stroller safe? Can he breathe? Okay, I know most likely people do be in protection mode with your first baby or your second baby, however many babies you got, you're in protective mode because they're your babies. But she's thinking of stuff that's just like, Robin is talking to the boys about homework and he doesn't want to do it because it's boring, and Robin doesn't care. You need to get it done. It's due on Monday. The kids want a bigger house. So Robin asks Juan, do you think we're outgrowing the house? Yeah, I been thought we were outgrowing the house. Okay, so then maybe we need to consider getting a bigger house. But we can't get a bigger house without getting married. And I'm like, here we go. Of course. Same thing we've been talking about for years with Robin. But of course, you couldn't have Potomac without Robin and this situation that's going on. Juan says, yes, we need to keep growing together as a couple. Robin goes, no, I'm not doing that. We need to get married. So then he reminisces and thinks back, and he's like, you know what? I'm in a better place. We're doing better. Okay. Robin's like, oh my God. Oh, I'm emotional. I'm getting emotional. I'm over the storyline. It's every season. So Candace and Giselle meet up at the Classic Bakery. They are trying all the desserts that are going to be served at Candace's 1-year anniversary party. Candace asks Giselle, so you and Jamal doing it? Giselle laughs and is like, we're fine in that category. It's so funny because the look on Giselle's face said, I ain't telling you my business. But y'all, Giselle would have asked the exact same question had it been somebody else. Just saying. In the confessionals, Candace says, I wouldn't have took them back. But if it works for them, use a condom. Candace shaded Giselle hard with that comment. Robin just cannot believe Giselle is at the place now where she is even considering any of it. She never thought she would see the day. So then they start talking about who's going to be invited to her party, and she names everybody except Ashley. Ashley's not invited. Of course, Giselle being Giselle asks, Candace, is Dorothy helping you pay for this party? No, she's not. Just like Giselle to ask that, right? Oh, Candace asked Giselle about how's the home renovations going, and I'm sure they're going well. You were very nasty about my home renovations. You were very nasty about my home finding. Candace is a little prissy little princess, but that girl be reading. She be reading people up and down. Sometimes it's at the wrong timing, but she be reading people. They went back and forth. Giselle, pretty much Candace took no responsibility at all. Said that, Giselle was laughing about her searching for her home, and that's why she responded by going on Twitter. She responded on Twitter saying something to the effect that tear down a home to make it look like a home. My mom didn't say anything to you. You are a liar. Worry about where you're going to live when your $900,000 cabin caves in. That was crazy. How in the world are they still considering each other friends? You're talking about my home that she gutted out and rebuilt from the inside. What's wrong with that? I don't get people's mindset. To Ashley and Monique, they are having baby play time. They're bonding as parents and as mothers, and mothers who choose to do alternatives versus medicated stuff like natural remedies. So they're bonding on that. Monique is potty training Chase at 9 months, and he went to go potty, and Ashley was surprised, like, oh my God, he actually went to the bathroom. So they are having their little bonding time. They're just talking, and then Monique brings up that Candace is having a 1-year anniversary party. Ashley is not invited, apparently, and Ashley's like, I don't want to be invited because she tweeted some things about me while I was giving birth. She tweeted something to the effect that Ashley was turning tricks to rub 2 coins together to pay her mother's rent. That was crazy. Ashley turned around and called that girl a hamster face hoe. I'm sorry, but I laughed so hard because I was not expecting that. I knew that there was a similarity. Ashley may be going through some postpartum after the delivery of the baby. Monique has been through that, so they're talking and they're trying to get better on that. Candace is arriving at her event. She's in her diamond and denim get up. The dress, the outfit is not cute, but if it works for her, then hey, so be it. There, everybody's coming in, everybody's mingling, everybody's talking. Candace's mom, Dorothy, says, where's the drinks? And Candace is like, right over there at the bar. It's a cash bar. And she busts out laughing like, oh, I know you still need me. I know you still need me. It's so funny. Everybody shows up to the Denim and Diamonds theme party, and Karen looks really good, y'all. Karen looks really good. She be rocking some bomb wigs. That's all I can say. So everybody's arriving. Wendy arrives, and this is the new housewife. We didn't learn much about her this episode, so we know her to be Candace's friend, and that's all we know right now. Karen makes it clear that she has met her before and she is not impressed. The only thing I learned was that Wendy was from Nigeria. So Giselle arrives, and immediately after Candace takes Giselle and Karen outside to have a chat. And Giselle's like, what's going on? I just got here. Why are you pulling me to the side? Candace now wants to talk about what happened at that classic bakery. I don't know what it is about these people who they do not realize that there's a wrong place and wrong time for discussion of anything. If you're celebrating something, why do you want to rehash anything? That's not the day. But then again, that's my 2 cents. But we also know producers like to make people do things that will cause a blow up. Okay? So anyway, they're outside, and Candace like, Giselle, are you okay? I just want to make sure that you're good because What happened when we were, trying our desserts and all, you had an issue. And she's like, we're good. I'm here. What do you mean? What are you talking about? So Giselle feels like Candace needs to apologize to her and take some accountability for what she has done and said. The only time I have seen that done is Candace with Monique. Other than that, I've never seen Candace take responsibility for anything. If y'all have seen it, let me know. But other than that, homegirl be shooting bullets and don't care. Giselle points out that whenever somebody calls Candace out for her behavior or something that they said that she done to offend them, she says that it's normal behavior now for Candace to jump on Twitter and just start tweeting like she possessed or something. Just tweeting crazy psychotic stuff. So at that moment, they're kind of bickering back and forth, and then Monique comes up with Wendy outside. And, they kind of just sweep it under the rug for a little bit because they don't want everybody in on the conversation, I guess. So they just start talking to Giselle and, where's Jamal and how are y'all? Candace points out that Wendy has actually worked with Jamal Bryant before. Monique really has a genuine moment with Giselle and just saying, my only concern is that you were really doing you were doing good, you were creating your businesses and going for the home and doing what you want to have the appearance that you want as far as your home and all of your successes and endeavors and all of that, and I just don't want it to go anywhere. I thought that was a real sisterly moment. And it's like the moment that she mentioned Jamal Bryant, it went left. Unfortunately, it's because of the things Giselle has said on national TV. It's because of the things she's put out there. And now it's like people are scared for her or concerned that she made a decision that she made. It is what it is. She's grown. But at the end of the day, Giselle kind of got in her feelings for a moment, like, why is everybody asking about Jamal? Where's the other husbands? Juan is the only husband that's here, so why is everybody asking about Jamal? I think she made the comment, why is everybody asking about him? And she was like, he hasn't been around y'all. And Candace points out that I asked him to be here to pray for the group and you told me no. If I was in that group of friends, that would tell me she kind of wants y'all to stay out of her business when it comes down to him and her. But Giselle is always in other people's business, like always. So it is what it is. Then Juan and Robin walk in to the event, and as soon as Robin walks in, she sees Charisse from a couple seasons back, and Charisse is there. She's chilling or whatever, and Robin makes the comment, I didn't know her and Candace were that cool. Was she even at the wedding? Robin, are you questioning their connection? Last I checked, you and Candace were cool too, but you showed up to her reception. You did not even see her wedding. That's messed up. It ain't no excuses for that. So don't question her friendship with somebody else when you weren't even there. You don't know if Charisse came to the wedding and left and chose not to go to the reception. You don't know that. So it's a little messed up that she questioning that, like she has that kind of authority, but it is what it is. They checked out each other's outfits and laughed and hugged and all that. So Karen walks up to Wendy and Monique, and they were asking about drinks, and she just told them, hey, it's a cash bar. No, Monique told Karen that it was a cash bar, and Wendy busted out laughing. I'm must have missed something somewhere along the lines, because Monique does not like Sharice. Monique says that Sharice spread lies and rumors about her family, and she don't want to be around her. So she walks away in the scene. So the producers want to make her spill that tea and says, what rumors did she spread about your family? Monique shut it down. Monique said, I'm not talking about Sharice. I'm not talking about Sharice. Done. See, when you are in reality TV, that is how you're supposed to handle something. When you are putting yourself above that situation and you know that you are going to be asked the question. Don't, well, she all right. I mean, don't do all of that. Like, for real, if you are a real person, you would just shut it down. Unless you feel like being petty or being messy, it is what it is. But she did not want to repeat something that somebody made up on her family. And I respect that. I respect that. It's like, okay, you're asking me the question, but I don't have to give you what you're asking me for. So I love that response. And one thing about it, Monique is not the type that's going to say something and then back down later. She say what she meant. And she will tell you she said it. Like, she's not one of them people that backpedal. So I like it. Did anybody notice that Giselle was on her phone when they were introducing Candace and her husband? Like, while everybody was clapping to celebrate their 1 year, Giselle was on her phone. Anybody peep that? At first, I thought it was editing. But it didn't look like it. After I looked at it a second time, everybody was paying attention. Everybody was looking the same direction, and everybody was clapping. So, yeah, I don't know. Homegirl might be feeling away, but it is what it is. Honestly, I'm going to ask y'all this question again. Do y'all think Candace and Giselle have a genuine friendship, or is it for TV? Is it for show? I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real at all. I think that they both are shady and they both throw shade, and neither one of them can handle each other's shade. But seems like to me Giselle is that jealous type of friend. So, it don't take much for her. So Candace makes her speech and wants her mom and Karen to give their marital wisdom. Give a little nugget of marital wisdom, to all the people in the room. So they did that, and the whole time Karen was talking, Giselle and Robin were talking to each other. I got something to say. I got something to say too. I survived 8 years of being married. I got something to say too. I do not know why these two women, especially Giselle, hate on Karen so bad. I don't understand it. She was asked to do the speech, and therefore Karen and Candace seriously have a friendship, a true friendship, almost like a mother-daughter friendship. So why would they hate on that when their relationship is not that close to Candace? Why? Sometimes I have to remember that these are TV shows, because this stuff is so petty and so stupid. So Karen starts talking in her speech, and she's just opening up about the previous things we mentioned as far as what's happening in her marriage. Not in full detail, just saying that they are working out the kinks, and that she loved Candace and them. Dorothy gets the mic. It's her turn to speak. She said, Chris, you are such a upstanding human being. She didn't say you're an upstanding man. You're a human being. And I'm so glad that you can make love with her. What? Mama, you saying too much. Like, cut the mic. Somebody break the cord, something. It's too much. I would have... Ma, I need you to be quiet. Like, I would have had to... Yeah. So, everybody is done talking, and Candace have to do her thank you. Oh, okay, so, where's the tissue? Somebody got to grab something. This girl can't cry until she has a piece of paper folded at a triangle point to dab her eye as if her makeup is bomb.com every day. Anyway, y'all, I do not want to see that this season. I don't. It's something about it that just, it makes my skin crawl. And it's really funny because that girl will not cry until she get that piece of paper folded. Just it seems like Candace and her mom are in a better place, but I did see that look she gave when she found out that it was a cash bar, so I don't know for sure yet. I hope they are, because that was brutal watching that last season. It was crazy. But anyway, y'all, after that, then they flash back forward to the fight that is the fight of the season. I believe that's going to be one of the last shows that they show us. But anyway, I'll catch y'all next week. Hey. All right, y'all. Potomac is back.